Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Okay, so how are things going? Well, let's just go to the 1 minute mode. Science is periodically going back up to 6,000 and periodically dropping off to 4.5, which is basically meaning that one of these stacks is not supplied with one of the materials. That one has them all. This one has them all. This one has them all. And that one has them all, which probably means that on 5 seconds we should be back at 6 maybe, but we don't appear to be. Why would that be? Oh no, that's only got 5 of them. That's missing space science. So it sort of jumps around which one is missing at a time, and there seems to be a lot of things I need to do. For example, if we look at green circuits, 130, it's sort of been hovering 130 to 140. This is definitely helping. It's getting used quite a lot. The improvement here is definitely helping. It's not helping enough though, because these are all supposed to be pre-stackers. And in actual fact, I think there's 2 problems here. One, just feeding in the trains to the pre-stackers is still not happening as well as it should. And 2, we probably, for example, here we have green circuits. We could have a green circuit train lining up and filling up. So we're probably short a green circuit train or 2. You can see there's a few that are clearly named green, and some of these others are actually due to green circuits as well. So there we go, we finally get there. But or at least one more train. I mean, here we go. Although this one is, well, it's got 234k in storage, so there's no good reason why it couldn't have. It should pretty much have a green circuit train lined up constantly. Now this one will get in there, but it's not as constant as it needs to be. So what I'm thinking of doing is, well, one, I think I'm going to need this again, and I'm going to put a copy of it sort of way down here. I've decided, although it will be a little bit interesting fitting in where the connections go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with this guy, because we seem to have enough problems with things sort of stopping in the middle and not getting to where they need to go as it is, so these gaps are sort of inviolate. Obviously this one's trying to get in here. So yes, we have this issue. Although maybe it's going alright at the moment. The other thing is clearly this, we've got this issue to attend to. I might deal with this one first up, because that one will be the easiest to then propagate to a second green circuit operation. And yeah, the slow speed is another issue that we need to deal with in the very, very near future. So if we come up here, what I want to do is basically put medium poles, not there, but here, instead of using the substations, so that I can fit more of these guys across here. Because if you notice, all 1540, even at our worker robot speed 14 currently, are being used, and there's a large number of them just lined up trying to charge. So if I can fit 2 or 3 more robo ports on each side, and I should be able to do that if I use these guys, so that'll fit. They'll get those 2. That one would get like here, so yeah. That's what we'll do, and we'll do it at the top as well. Get my bots to place those. So that means that we can now come down here and remove substations, which are bound to cause some issues fairly quickly. Like, for example, that guy. Might leave the one at the end there. Ooh. Yeah, and we can have one there. So, how many? I have a few on me, so if I pull up a handful of these guys and then relay them down. Like we need an extra power there, and maybe a substation out there. So I think that's more than how many we have up there. Let me just do a quick check. That's 24. That's 20. So we've added 4 more robo ports by doing that into the row. There's still a fairly intense bit of charging activity going on. In fact, these ones out at the side aren't really getting any action at all, which I guess makes sense, but perhaps in time they will favour using those if they're desperate enough. So, I guess we just have to do the same up here. They're fine. They're fine. I don't think I need that guy. Should sort those guys out. Actually, that means we could probably get rid of this one as well. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So that should be some increased charging capability. It still is not running at maximum. So I want to duplicate that idea at the next 2, I guess. If I don't do it manually, it's going to kind of interrupt the process. But on the other hand, we need to interrupt the process. Alright, so you can pick up substations and roboports. connected. Alright, so what we've done there is we've increased the roboports. We now have a model that I thought I was going to put down here, but maybe it's not quite as simple. Let's just see where these biters are attacking. I'm constantly getting attacked by biters around here, but as long as they're just attacking guns, it's not such a bad thing. So this green stack is more or less good enough. We can have at least an input from this side. Maybe actually we could probably get no, not so easily. We could have the green circuits and the copper feeding directly into this sort of main trunk. Perhaps this oil kind of gets in the way, but maybe I could have the oil move over here so it's completely out of the way, and then have some nicely spaced stuff. So that's two of the entrance ways. And maybe we could even use this one, push it up further so it's further out of the way from that, feeding in the iron for a second green circuit stack. So with that in mind, I guess what I'll do is I'll take a blueprint of this pretty much as it is, but not including the connection to the main track lines. So something like that. That's green circuits. GC stack. You can go up there. Now, so there is one waiting at the moment, but you notice there's how are these supplies going. So we're very low on green circuits in this one. What are we producing at the moment? Only 130 a minute. Alright, iron 12. Iron 12 is rapidly running out of room to keep deploying these guys. Does that reach? No. No, I'm just going to do that. Should take care of it all fairly soon. Yeah. So this one has no green. Oh, that's because this slot is all trying to charge off this one because of what we did before. So it's a little bit hard to tell right at the moment how effective these things are. Certainly looks like it could use more bots. It's not really possible to do more bot charging. Maybe the design needs to be revamped along the lines of our modern design. Maybe that's what I should do instead of copying it out. I'm not actually sure. Because there is kind of a nice... these guys are almost enough to feed one of these directly, so that's what's happening. Not quite sure why I used requester chests, because any chest here would really do. But this produces 1.4 of the 1.5 or 2.8 of the 3 that are needed in the green circuit recipe. every half a second. You need 3 copper cables, so yeah, you get 2.8 copper cable out of that in the time frame. This needs 3. And we don't need bots transporting the copper cable around, which is kind of nice. Which one's this? It's iron 12 again, still. Have you guys... No, you've got 28 of them? Yeah, that's what happens, so it's emptying the box. That's another thing that we need to deal with. I'm not sure what to do about the green circuits, guys. We can wait and see if this helps a little bit. I sort of don't feel like doing this surgery at the moment. I guess what I also need to do, and what I want to do really badly, is fix up these massive ore travelling times on the outposts. I mean, this doesn't need to be just one outpost anymore. With the distance we're now talking about, we should really have this divide into a 2-way. Probably get rid of this part of it. Divide into a 2-way. Have a 2-way over here. And, oh, I need to move this guy off there. But basically have a 2-way hard against this as well. Maybe flicking up the other side to dramatically reduce the travel distance there, and this one should probably be down here now instead of up here. And then of course we've got the very busy iron here, which, yeah, we need to move the, and I think I'll reduce this to 4, because I don't think I've ever actually seen it using more than 4 at once, or there really being any great advantage in them being more than 4, so I need to move it. Even this one can come down further because it's moved quite a long way from where it started. So there's a ton of these really that need to move. This one, you can see it's moved in quite a lot. That's quite an exercise into itself. So, what's the problem here? Is it just not enough bots now? It might be. That one's only got 1390, so it's got less anyway. They never really get a rest, these bots. Well, let's start off by getting some more bots. Because these guys up here are not working that hard. This one's not working at all. So what have we got, about 15? Let's get, say, 1100 more bots. Okay. Don't need those. Let's get in here. Logistic bots, 1100. Don't know why I didn't just enter it directly, but never mind. We'll see if they can cope with that. So hopefully it doesn't take the supply train too long to load up and come on over. No, it's almost there already. There you go. Be on its way very shortly. We keep quite a large supply of logistic bots here at the Make Everything these days. Come on, dude. What's the hold up? 10 seconds of inactivity. There you go. How is science going? It's back at 6,000, I notice. That's good. purple science is producing at 6,000, but it's or space science is doing fine as well, but these other sciences are still not there for whatever reason. And our Q actually has died off a little bit. There's still quite a bit of green appearing in there. So we definitely need to do something. It's not gone away. 135,000. It's, you know, it's just not enough. This one's short of both iron and copper. And we have them lining up. Oh, we're stuck here again. The old problem. Coal 5. Go to coal 5. So yeah, this one should be sitting in here, so I think we definitely need another train. Do I have any in the graveyard at the moment? No. I do not. Yeah, we just don't have. There should be both. There should be an iron train in here. It's probably these guys lining up. So this really doesn't work well enough for me. Here comes our supply train anyway. So we'll start off, we'll get the bots in there. And then I might start doing this fairly dramatic surgery, or what I'm going to do basically is remove this intersection, make these guys have to go all the way over here. These three parks are going to be moved right over here. The exit for this top end set of supply will go up here. This will retrack to over here. And then I think I'll make the top copper and the bottom iron. So iron will come through and go straight down here. The other thing we should probably do is get rid of oil trains coming through here, because this supply is pathetic. That one's not too terrible, but there's certainly some more attractive oil. What's that? 22,000. There's all these ones, 26,000, 50,000, 59,000. Oh, that's the one we're already using. 25,000, 34,000. So there's no good reason really to have these oil trains coming in here. There's no point trying to resuscitate them and make them into something. They're just creating congestion coming through here, so we should probably just get rid of them. How are we going now? Do we have our train? Yes, our train has been. Very good. Okay, what I'll do is I will discard temporarily all of these items and request 1100 of these guys. Should be just over 2 rows, so we should have room for them all. Thanks guys, that doesn't appear to be quite the 1100 I was expecting. Because, yeah, that's like 950. Where's the rest? They all got delivered. There's probably 200 in here. Not quite. Good enough. Alright. So, you were always a little bit shortchanged, so I've basically got 500 more for you, I think. Well, there's 350. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we've got about 100, yeah, 150 more. So now you're up to 1890, of which you're using the lot, so you need 300. So now you're at 1840. And you need 300. 1, 2, 3, and a little bit. You can have the extra. Instant using the lot. Wow. Is that improving this 142? Maybe slightly. But it is resulting in a huge number of charging requests. 42. Alright, let me just have a look at this transport flow. So it does look pretty awful. I think we just get on with it and do it. This looks like it doesn't have enough iron. It's barely got enough copper. Same sort of deal. This one, barely enough iron. So certainly they're not having joy getting all the resources they should to them. Guess I'm going to have to pick up these because they're kind of in the way. Alright, the first thing we need to do is wipe out this. Probably should have left that actually. That signal. Maybe we will need the power pack. Although that does make me even slower. I don't like this low UPS environment. Not one little bit, really. As well put some more signals in here for now. Just to help the traffic flow. There we go. Right, now if we can get up here and start deleting all of this stuff. What we want to do now is push through like this. I follow the line of the rail. That's already clear of trees. I shouldn't get too interrupted by the trees. Now I guess we could probably, instead of going all the way along there, cut into here, but we may as well keep it well clear. And if the long-term purpose of this line is to avoid like the one we're heading to, is the access for ore from the centre, and we're ultimately aiming to remove the ore from the centre, then I guess you know, this could become the sole purpose of this line in due course. That's fine. Now, that's a good start. I now want to move this over here. G. Let's just quickly check on how we're going. 250,000 iron plates a minute. 153,000, so that's the best numbers we've had out of this for a while. We're still doing 6k purple. These others are still not. We're down to 1.5k. How's this looking? It's looking very bad, actually. Alright. Oh, I'm far too far away. So we are still having issues getting copper in. These are coppers, right? Yep. You are missing a copper. Pick up 2 copper CSO or CSP2 weight. Like that one. Isolated, alright, good. Yes. Let's come up to where we have this this intersection bit just up here. It's probably time to get rid of the traffic lights up here as well. They are not going to serve any purpose in the new regime, I think. Iron's having a much better time of it. That will become the copper entrance. Yeah, I don't think we need this guy anymore. Too close to this intersection up here as well. So let's add in, or add back, some of these guys. Sure why these can't move. Probably because I actually need to clear this altogether and remove the wire. Right, let us put these guys in. There. There is in fact nothing queuing up here now. Copper should be able to be much higher than it is. Does that mean we have enough copper here? No. It does not. This is not running very well. What's the story? Anyway, guys, the other part, which we haven't done yet, is moving this over here. We'll see if that still makes sense and changing this around. But I'll monitor that for a bit. But I think I really want to tackle this UPS. We've let it lie without dealing with it for too long. It's mainly moving these things around, so we'll do that next episode, see if we can get a whole lot of UPS back. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.